Hi guys, it's Colette, and today we're going to be working on this red swirl water marble as part of my Manny vs. Pin series. I was inspired by Kyonglee92 and Artisan Loom Nails on Instagram. If you love nail art, be sure you're subscribed to my channel, My Simple Little Pleasures. And if you'd like to see how I did this, just stay tuned. Starting off with clean dry nails, we're going to begin with the base coat. I'm using Ready for Takeoff, which is a peel-off base, and you can use whichever is your personal favorite. The colors that we're going to be using today are all from China Glaze. The black is Liquid Leather. The darker red is Short and Sassy. And the other red is Thunderbird. I'll be using Thunderbird as my base color. As usual, for a water marble, I'm working in a 5-ounce paper cup filled with room temperature filtered water. Once your bullseye is complete, you can go ahead and draw in from 4 sides toward the center, and then I'll be drawing in again and adding a small swirl. Make sure that your tips are fairly straight, and then I've got my Bliss Kiss stamper prepped with a piece of tape down the center. I'm going to aim 1/2 of the stamper for each of those designs, and then go ahead and dip in. I've got a huge bubble. That's not ideal, but we'll deal with it once we pull the stamper out. So the tape works to divide the design, and I'm going to go ahead and grab one end of the tape and start peeling it off. If there's any places where it's stuck, I'm going to give it a little bit of encouragement with my orange stick. And then I'm going to set it aside to dry. I'm going to use Yellow Stopper just to add a little bit of stickiness to my nails and to help the decal come cleanly off of the stamper. I'm just going to add a thin coat and give that a minute to dry. Once the Yellow Stopper is nice and tacky and your decal is nice and dry, you can give it a little tap test to check how dry it is. You can line up the design where you want it on your nail carefully, then go ahead and stamp it on there. You want to make sure it's well adhered to your nail, and then just be careful as you pull up the stamper where those extra edges are going. You don't want them to fold back on top of the nail. I'm going to stamp the other half here on my pointer finger. And with the water marble, like, you can't see exactly, so I kind of tend to line it up beside my nail and then kind of move it over my nail, if that makes sense. Then go ahead and stamp it on that nail. This one's giving me a little bit more trouble. We still got a pretty clean transfer there. Make sure it's pressed down all over. Then you can use an orange stick or a sharp nail implement or whatever you happen to have handy to kind of trim around the edges, get rid of the excess. And once I'm done with all my nails, I'll go back in close to the nail with my usual small brush and acetone. Finally, we're going to finish everything off with a top coat, and as usual, I'm using Seche Vite. So here's the finished manicure, and I'm thrilled with how these turned out. I think the camera is having a little bit of trouble, so I did want to give you guys a darker background. I think you can see the pattern a little bit better there. And if you'd like to see my inspiration, I've got Kyung Lee 92 and Artisan Loom Nails posts linked down in the information box. I think this is such a fun new water marble design, and I can't wait to give it a try in some other colors. Of course, I'd love to hear what you guys think down in the comments. I hope you all enjoyed, and as always, thanks for watching.